Well, would you look at this? Look what the cat drug in. It's me! I'm back! At least for this video. We'll see how it goes from there. I thought that it was time to have a little coffee with Karen. So today's coffee cup is this one. Just nod and smile. That's kind of been my theme lately, is just nod and smile and keep on going. So I want to catch up a little bit, tell you guys where I've been, what I've been doing for the last year or so, maybe a little bit about why I disappeared, we'll see, and just have some coffee with Karen and do a little diamond painting. So grab a beverage of your choice, a cup of coffee, nice cool drink, whatever works for you, and let's get started. Time for some coffee. So, what am I working on tonight? Well, I happen to be working on a piece that's been a lot of fun. It is Diamond Art Club's Simple Country. It's really, really pretty, you guys. That's about as good as I can get it. One of the reasons why I've been gone for so long is it got really, really hard to get things set up in my room, as far as like having the space to diamond paint, having the space to work, all of those kinds of things. I finally have that somewhat dialed in, and it's been dialed in for a little while, but I just didn't get a video made. Like I said, we'll talk about that a little bit. Here's what this one is going to look like when it is completed. This is a Diamond Art Club. It is 29 by 22, 74 centimeters by 56 centimeters. So it's a good size, not as massive as some of the ones I've been doing lately, but a nice good size. And it really should turn out beautiful when it's done. So I've been having a lot of fun with this. This is a round, and I think it has, oh, let's see, 3 ABs. So it's really turning out pretty. Doesn't that look gorgeous in the camera? So I'm going to work on this little section over here, I think. So let's get started, and I'll just talk a little bit, and we'll have some coffee. It's been a while. Yeah, I kind of fell off the face of the earth, didn't I? Well, you know, I don't know. Stuff happens. Let's see if I can very carefully not spill this all over my diamond painting, because I really don't have another good place to put it. I'm just going to have to be very, very careful. But you guys know how I do. I'm a hot mess. That hasn't changed in the last year, so we never know. Is Miss Karen going to spill? Is she going to dump her diamonds? Anything could happen, and quite frequently does. But yeah, like I said, I have definitely kind of been off the grid for quite some time. It's been about a year, I think, since the last time I did a video. And there were, you know, of course, a lot of different reasons for that. A tremendous amount of things have happened, of course, in the last year. I may not try to get you caught up on all of those, maybe just some of the highlights. But you know, I think there were some reasons why I kind of dropped off the face of the earth, or a reason. And really, I think a whole lot of it had to do with the whole virus, the whole thing that's been going on for the last couple of years. I don't know if you guys remember, but I got sent home to work from home as soon as it was even a thing. I mean, immediately. In, I think, gosh, was it very end of February, beginning of March of 2019. I got sent home to work from home, and I'm still here. My job does not plan on bringing me back, at least anytime soon. It's working really well for me. I get a lot more done here at the house. It's just nice and quiet, and I don't have to, you know, think about office chit chat. I can focus. I can get a lot done. So it just really works really well for me, and I really like it. I went to our office Christmas party this year, and they did ask me if I was still happy at home, and I said yes. And they said, well, the only thing we really want to know is, are you getting your shit done? And I said, well, yeah, you know I am. And they said, yeah, we do. So I think they, you know, it's working out so well, I don't know if they'll bring me back. So it's a good thing for me to be at home, but also it's really strange, you guys. You know, early on, I really wasn't going anywhere. I was kind of staying in quarantine because of the, you know, residents here at the shelter, kind of trying to be very, very careful. I wasn't going hardly anywhere, but my daughter and I decided really early on that we were going to be our own little pod. And so she did come over here, you know, pretty frequently during that first year. But, you know, then in September, they all went back to school and stuff. So things, you know, got a little bit different. I was alone a little bit more. I don't know if you guys remember this either, but my grandson Wyatt had been living here with me, which was absolutely wonderful for me and absolutely wonderful for him. But what ended up happening is, after about 9 months here with me, I'd put him in therapy and, you know, given him lots of love, and we'd worked on all kinds of different things. And his adopted father, they were seeing him, you know, at least once a week, sometimes, depending on if it was vacation or something, a little bit more. But after being here with me for 9 months, my son-in-law, who's Wyatt's adopted father, did say to me that, actually he said to Sarah first, that he thought it was time for Wyatt to come home. And so we gave Wyatt the option, did he want to go home or did he want to stay here with me? And he thought about it for a couple of days, and then he said that he wanted to go home. And so we did go ahead and he went home, and it has been absolutely wonderful. Wyatt is so different than he was when he came to live with me. He's confident, he's got goals, he's started high school now, and he's like just a normal teenage kid. He had social anxiety before. Now he's just, you know, running around with a bunch of friends, swiping. Well, not swiping. They found a shopping cart, and Wyatt climbed in it, and his friends were pushing him around, and they made a video for YouTube. My grandson Wyatt has started a YouTube channel. Just, you know, he's just like a normal kid, really, really happy at home. Him and my son-in-law are getting along really well. I think it was one of those things where they both just grew up a lot. So that was wonderful. I'm not one of those grandparents that takes the kids for, you know, some kind of reason and then decides that I need to keep them forever. The best thing for Wyatt was to be able to go home with his aunt and uncle who had adopted him, his 3 younger brothers and sisters, which in every sense of the word he considers to be his brothers and sisters. And that was what was best for Wyatt. And I think it made it completely different because although my son-in-law loved Wyatt, when Wyatt was little and my daughter died of the overdose, it was a sudden thing, and he didn't really get to make a choice. It was just kind of like instant family. They didn't even have kids yet. And he did the right thing, and they wanted to adopt Wyatt, and that was something they wanted to do, but it wasn't something he really got to choose. And like I said, I think they both grew up and changed so much that it's so good. Wyatt doesn't get into much trouble at home. Him and James get along well. They, you know, they do stuff together. Wyatt's looking forward to getting a driver's license this year. He'll be 16, I can't believe it, which is something that he said he never wanted to do because he was afraid of being able to pass the test. So we'll see. He still has some reading challenges. So we'll see if we can get him to the point where, you know, he's able to get his driver's license. But it's something he wants to do now rather than be afraid of. So I consider the time Wyatt spent here with me, everything that they did at the shelter, and, you know, the therapy I was able to get him because we were here, all of those kinds of things. I mean, it transformed Wyatt's life. And it was maybe the most important thing that I've ever done in my life, was to be there for him when he needed me, be there for my daughter and my son-in-law, and, you know, see Wyatt get to be reunited with his family at home. So something I'm super, super happy about and super, super proud of. You know, because of some of my issues with addictions and things like that, as most of you probably know, I am in recovery. I've been clean and sober for 16 and a half years. So I made some mistakes, but being able to be there for Wyatt and be totally present in his life was sort of a living amends, and something I'm very, very happy that I was able to do. So it was absolutely wonderful. Very, very cool thing. So that was good, but all of a sudden I was alone again. So that was a little bit of an adjustment. And really, I think what happened to me in about February of last year is all of a sudden being at home, stresses and pressures from the whole virus, you know, just everything that was going on. My anxiety kind of just absolutely got out of control. And so, you know, I did the right thing. Hang on. I did get myself into therapy. And for the very first time in many, many years, I did get myself on some meds. And I ended up only taking those for about 6 months. And then, you know, with the support of therapy and stuff like that, I weaned off, and I'm not continuing to take them. They were just something I needed for short term. But, you know, I just started doing some of those things that I needed to do to take care of my own mental health. You know, being a substance use disorder counselor, actually I'm a trainee, and I'm in my very last year of school and getting ready to start my externship. But I work in the field every single day, and I have for many, many years. And, you know, then working here at the shelter. If anybody's watching this video for the first time, I'm a crazy person, truly, truly crazy. I have 3 jobs. I am a file and documentation auditor for a treatment center here in California. What I do is make sure that all of their documentation meets compliance standards, both for the states and for the insurance companies, so that hopefully we get paid. So I do that Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Then I have a second job that I work 5 to 6 days a week, believe it or not, as a substance use disorder counselor for a DUI school. Because of COVID, they have started doing those on Zoom, so I'm able to even do those right here at home from my computer. So that's been really good. And then the third thing I do is I am the Live On-Site resident manager of a family transitional homeless shelter in Anaheim. Oh, my throat's just really scratchy. That's one of the drawbacks of working from home. Sometimes I don't talk all day, and then when I start, my throat's a little scratchy. But I live on site here. I have my own little studio apartment. I live with up to 12 families and up to 30 children at all times. It's a really big house. It's a big farmhouse. Kind of looks like a lot like this one, as a matter of fact. But it's a big old farmhouse. I think there are 9 bedrooms total in this part of the house. Is that right? There are 8 bedrooms total. 9 if you count my apartment. and then there are 4 on the other side, so 12 rooms total. And at any given time, I live with up to 30 children. I do have my own separate entrance, my own separate bathroom, a little 3/4 studio apartment kitchen is what I call it. I have everything except for a stove, but I have a microwave, a toaster oven, an air fryer, which I use every day of my life. I love my air fryer. So that's kind of how I do that. But, you know, with me working 3 jobs, and like I said, I'm finishing up my last year of school, and finishing up my externship so that I have all of my ducks in a row, and can go into more of a, you know, continuing education piece with my substance use disorder counseling career. But I'm busy, you know, life is busy. I've still continued to diamond paint, but I wasn't making any videos. And honestly, I wasn't watching a lot of diamond painting videos either. I think part of what happened is I kind of dropped off the face of the earth, didn't post anything, you know, just hadn't been around. And then I think it almost made me feel like anxious or guilty about even coming back. But that's silly. And that's just silly. So what was I doing with my time? Well, I was doing a lot of diamond painting. I was, you know, in school. I was doing my work thing, which definitely keeps me busy. But one of the things that I did do is fall very, very deep down the hole of the true crime communities on YouTube. See, what happened was I was watching Stephanie Harlow, who I've watched for a couple of years now, and I really enjoy her videos. I'll put links for these channels I'm about to mention down in the comment section below, because I know a lot of you like true crime. A lot of you probably already watched Stephanie Harlow, but you may or may not watch the other ones I'm going to talk about. But it started out with Stephanie Harlow, and she covered a case about a little girl from Tennessee named Summer Wells, a little 5-year-old who's been missing since June 15th. And from the second I heard about her, I just kind of, she really, really, really touched my heart. And so I started looking for other channels on YouTube. I've watched a lot of different channels. A lot of them I have really enjoyed, but of course have kind of developed sort of some of my favorites, you know, my go-to channels after all of this time, because I've been watching a lot of true crime since about June 15th, when Summer did disappear. And actually it was a little bit after that. It might have been like, I don't know, the 18th, the 20th, somewhere right in there. But shortly after she went missing, I did start watching. And you know, I developed some favorite channels. Hang on just a minute. I'm looking for my next color, and I'm having trouble finding it. Let's see. 938, which is 30. You need 30. I'm using my Harbor Freight containers for this one. It's working out pretty good for me. And this is the color I want, 938, the C symbol. So anyway, there are some channels that I have really, really come to enjoy. And one of those is Chasing Truth. Actually, she's not Chasing Truth anymore. Sorry. I think she's Chasing. She's now called Chasing. She used to be known as Chasing Truth. And I'm a creature of habit. I just can't get over it. But anyway, she does wonderful videos. Both on the Summer Wells case, as well as, you know, a lot of the other cases that are out there. So I really enjoyed watching hers. Another one that I really love is Hughes Investigates. He covers lots and lots of different cases. He raises money for true crime related charities and nonprofits. he's a really fun channel to watch because he's always covering something new. And I just really, really enjoy his channel too. So that's kind of what I've been, you know, filling my time with, because like I said, I'm here alone now and it's quite quiet, and I find that I focus much better if I have something in the background to listen to. So that's what I do quite frequently. You know, I do catch some of the diamond painting videos, just haven't watched as much of them, but I think I kind of want to, you know, get myself back into that. I have spent so much time watching true crime. I think it's beginning to get a little obsessive and maybe not so good for me. So I think I need to mix it up and start watching some of my diamond painting channels from creators that I love so much over here. So that's kind of the plan. So other than that, you know, trying to just kind of get my bearings back and recover from some of this anxiety. I mean, it's been a year. It really has. Our family has experienced a lot of loss this year. My mother passed away in August, so I lost her. So it's been about 6 months or so since we lost her, and then lost it 2 weeks after she died, and actually just as we were preparing to you know, have my mother's funeral on a Friday, on a Tuesday I lost a cousin from that same side of the family who was 53 years old and died of an aneurysm. So she died on a Tuesday. We buried my mom on a Wednesday. So that was pretty hard. And then the other loss that we've experienced this year is, I don't know if you guys remember me talking about Sarah planning on, my daughter Sarah, planning to be a surrogate for a family from China. She did do that. She had a successful transfer, and she was due to deliver in February of this year, I think. But unfortunately, in September of last year, she did have a late-term miscarriage and lost that baby. And it was much harder for her, I think, than she maybe would have originally thought it would be. It was, you know, difficult for me as her mother to watch her need to go through that. Difficult for her husband. She did end up having a delivery of the baby, and, you know, it was hard for them. And hearing them talking about, you know, her delivering a tiny but perfect infant that didn't make it, even though it wasn't their own, it hit her pretty hard. Sorry, dry throat. So even with, you know, that being said, you know, and we did have to process through all of that. It took, both of those things took a lot of time. I missed a lot of work, did a lot of traveling when my mom died. She died in Alaska, and we actually flew her back to our home state of Washington State. So there was a lot of travel that went on, stuff like that. I missed a lot of work when Sarah lost the baby, because she lost the baby, and just because of insurance and just a lot of really frustrating stuff that went on, she carried the baby for about, I think it was close to a month from the time that the baby had passed until she was actually able to deliver. And of course, the longer that they go, the more dangerous that becomes for the mother, or the surrogate in this case. So I spent a lot of time over there helping and taking care of her and just trying to be supportive of her through that. So it was a rough year. It was a rough year. I spent a lot of October, November, and December doing a lot of crafting, though, actually. I have a few pictures. I probably should have done some videos, showed you guys my progress, but I actually did quite a bit of crafting for craft bazaars. I ended up doing 2 bazaars. 2 of them kind of fell through. I didn't have a whole lot of success. I did a lot of my little decorated doll houses and bird houses and miniature scenes because that's what I'm passionate about. That's what I love doing. So I did a lot of those kinds of things. And I think I sold about, I don't know, maybe 8 to 12 pieces total, which, you know, wasn't a lot. But the thing about crafting through October, November, and part of December was it really was something that helped keep me somewhat distracted from my grief, from, you know, all the things that had gone on all last year, and just kind of helped me process through some of that. So it was well worth doing. But right now, I don't want to look at another miniature dollhouse piece for a long time. I don't know that that's true. You guys are not going to believe this. You may have heard me say before that it was my daughter that actually got me into diamond painting. Guess what she's got me into now? Those little miniature house things. That's what she got me for Christmas. You know, the ones where you got to cut all the little pieces of paper out. Oh my God, you guys. I don't know if even I have enough patience to do one of those. I know that a lot of you in this community have done them, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do an unboxing with that. We'll see. I don't know. Of course, I didn't know if I could do diamond painting, but that just seems like a lot of work, a lot of concentration, and those, you know, those little pieces of paper that to put those houses together. Actually, it's like a garden room that is what she got me for Christmas. She actually told me she's tired of seeing me diamond paint. Tough, kiddo. Sorry about your luck. I ain't quitting. I love diamond painting. But I don't know. I guess I should try the kit, see if I want to throw it across the room or finish it and give it to her for Christmas or something. I don't know. But yeah, there's been a lot more, you know, that's kind of gone on through this year. I don't even know where to start. I will tell you, yeah, I am still here at the shelter. We did become partially county funded, so that means that a lot of things have changed here at the shelter. And change is never easy. It's never easy. I've struggled with parts of it. Some of the staff have struggled with parts of it a great deal. But there's just been a lot of change. And I think that's about all I'm going to say about that, at least for now. Listen to me coughing again. Oh my goodness. Very unprofessional of me. When did I ever worry about that? It's me. I'm a hot mess. You just smile and nod. You just smile and nod. It's me. You never know what I'm going to do. So there's a lot, like I said, there's been a lot more that's gone on this year. A million diamond paintings I could have shown you. A million crafts I did. I still have them. They're all up there in, oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Up there above me in storage boxes. Maybe I'll show you guys some of them in a video coming up real soon. That would probably be fun. Because you guys, I hate to like, you know, brag or toot my own horn or any of that kind of stuff, but I made some adorable stuff this year. My creativity was really flowing, again, probably because of all my emotions, how unstable I was, my grief, all of that stuff makes me really creative. So I made some incredible stuff. So maybe I'll show you guys some of it. can't show you all of it because I sold some, but that was a good thing. But you know, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll start doing videos again. Maybe I'll start doing a coffee with Karen once a week. Maybe I'll just sporadically pop on here. I don't know. If by chance any of you were sent over here by chasing, be sure you let me know in the comments below. You're probably wondering, what was this crazy video she just did? She's putting little plastic pieces on a little sticky canvas. If anybody wants a, like, you know, I don't know, brief explanation or of what it is I'm actually doing, let me know in the comments below and I can show you. If you're somebody who's been a member of my channel, you know, from the beginning, I'm sorry, I left you. I don't know what got into me. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if I should feel guilty from coming back. I don't know what, but here I am. It's me. I'm a mess. It's a diamond painting. It's coffee. It was kind of fun, but now I gotta go edit this. So I think for now I'll let you go. Thanks for watching, and I forget what I used to say. That's how long it's been. Okay, I had to go watch my video, but I remembered. What I always say at the end is we can change lives one drill at a time, even if it's just our own. And yes, I still do diamond paintings with the residents here at the shelter. Again, thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you real soon. We hope. Bye, guys.